What's up everybody, Jesse here, or GameOverJesse as all of you may know me. Before we get started, we're doing a giveaway for a $20 eShop card or a Nintendo Switch game of your choice. All of the details are in the description below. Would you like to take us to the next game on the list?
Heck yeah, I would. So you guys have probably seen what the title of our video is, and the next one on this is Lego The Legend of Zelda.
The chat, I've been so excited for us.
I know, you guys, like,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure all of you guys tuned in just to hear us talk about this.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, this is probably a rumor because, like, Lego has, like, Zelda Lego, like, ideas, but none of them really got approved, so I don't think they would actually make a game of it, but if they did, I would play it, because I am a fan of the Lego games. Like, Lego Harry Potter, heck yeah. Lego Star Wars, double heck yeah.
Marvel Lego, Lego games are good.
They're so fun.
But the thing is,
I'd
like,
play
what
the heck
story
out of
would
it.
they follow, right? Because there's too much Zelda. Like, Star Wars, Lego, you got, like, they just make the movies over, except Lego.
Whoa,
Harry
have you
Potter.
ever played a Lego game?
Yeah. Okay, you know, they go over, like, they base it on the movies.
Because there are so many things that happen. It's like, I don't remember this happening in The Force Awakens.
No, they loosely, they follow the general story with, you know, their own sort of flavor. But...
Yeah.
Gibbs, don't. You're gonna make me embarrassed.
Oh, Gibbs says, Kayla, the love of my life.
And then LMFAO, JK.
This chat is killing me. Just
So the developers of the Lego games is TT Fusion and Traveler's Tales are the two main Lego people. And the last games that they worked on was Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, Lego Marvel's Avengers, Lego Ninjago the movie, the game. That's weird. The movie, the game. And they have one set for 2018 called Lego The Incredibles. That's TT Game, or TT Fusion. The other big Lego developer is Traveler's Tales, and their newest games was Lego DC Supervillains, which was released also this year. So their two main people have already released games for this year. So I think that adds more credibility towards if there was a game, then they would have had to have just began development. It wouldn't be ready to leak on the eShop like this suggests.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
It'd be fun though.
yeah, it would be fun.
Sure.
Especially
I would try
because
it.
they always do multiplayer in really cool ways in the Lego games.
Yeah.
So seeing that with, like, The Legend of Zelda would be really cool. And it is something a lot of people want. Like, there's petitions and stuff for Lego Zelda sets. And with Nintendo being more lenient than ever with their property, like they only let Capcom or Square Enix use their games, but now it seems like they're letting almost anyone who is able to make a quality game. Like we've seen Capcom do Minish Cap and Four Swords. We've seen Square Enix do Super Mario RPG, but lately, like, Grezzo's been remaking, like, they trusted Grezzo, which was a company that didn't really do anything big before they had the chance to work with Nintendo, and they made, like, Nintendo gave them permission to work on one of their highest rated games of all time and remake it. Nintendo wouldn't just trust a brand new third-party studio to do that like 10 years ago, but now they did. And then they trusted Tantalus, which was another company that never really worked with Nintendo. They made Twilight Princess HD. Ubisoft, who they rejected an idea from a long time ago about making a different Mario Rabbids crossover. Now they actually let them do it. So there's all these third parties they're working with, like the Hyrule Warriors games, and then I almost said Fortnite Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, and then Fire Emblem Warriors. So they've been more trustworthy than ever with third-party people. And then even in terms of movies, they're letting Mario appear in Wreck-It Ralph 2, and they let Bowser appear in the first one. and they have the actual Mario movie starting, and around the time that there was the rumors of the Mario animated movie beginning, there was also rumors of that Zelda TV show. But that's a different topic. The point is, like, they're more lenient than ever with their games, so I could see them doing a Lego Zelda game, but I could see them doing it in a similar way to what they did with Hyrule Warriors, to where I think they announced that they were working on Zelda Wii U. They showed off screenshots of Wind Waker HD, and then they were like, for the time being, here's Hyrule Warriors. So what I think they would do if they were to do Lego The Legend of Zelda is they would announce whatever the new top-down 2D, 2.5D Zelda game is, like whatever the successor to A Link Between Worlds or Triforce Heroes is. They would announce that, and then they would say something about, in the meantime, just like, here's Hyrule Warriors, here's Lego The Legend of Zelda. That way it wouldn't be 100% negativity from the fan base being like, why are we getting this spin-off side game that doesn't matter when you could have given us an actual Zelda game, which is what they did with like Metroid Prime Federation Force or Triforce Heroes, and that was more like a traditional Zelda game than Lego Zelda would be. So, like, you know, if Triforce Heroes got negativity, then Lego The Legend of Zelda, although it would be really fun, and Nintendo could give it to a third party to work on so it doesn't take time away from Nintendo working on their Zelda game, I think there would just be a lot of unnecessary negativity about it from people who don't understand that Nintendo can work on more than one Zelda game at a time.
Yep.
Like they historically have.
Yeah. Like
often.
when Breath of the Wild was in development,
yeah.
they had like 5 or 6 different Zelda games being worked on at once, which is insane. Like 5 different Zelda games. You had like Majora's Mask 3D, Twilight Princess HD, Hyrule Warriors Legends, Zelda Wii U, Wind Waker HD, and
what a good time to be a Zelda fan.
what was the other one?
Just like one
Triforce
thing
Heroes.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had all those games like being worked on at the same time. Anyways, that's my thing. Just saying, guys, if a miracle happens and it does end up being a real thing, don't be mad because it's not Nintendo really working on it. It'll be third party. Kind of like how they got Grezzo to do the remake. They got Tantalus to do the remake.
Yeah.
So, all right.
In the chat, Bun Bun Drawings mentioned Lego Mario, and I think honestly that seems so much more likely than Lego Zelda, to be honest. I just feel like Mario's more flexible character, and Mario fans just want anything Mario.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, this isn't the Mario game I wanted, you know? So,
and you can do so much with it. It's like you could follow like literally any of the games. Where it's like a Zelda Lego game, it's like you go into the Great Deku Tree with a couple of other strange companions that probably don't belong there.
Yeah.
Like, what if you had Navi? Having Navi and it's just like one little square block is Navi.
But she's like a playable character, and you have to use her to like move around and do different puzzles within the Deku Tree.
It would be
Tingle
cool.
better be playable, though. Tingle has to
someone
be playable.
commented that. They were like, it has to be Tingle. Tingle. And I'm like, that would be hilarious.
So if they did have this Lego The Legend of Zelda, really quick, I want to say that I think if Nintendo did change the aesthetic, and I've told you guys this previously because we talked about it last night when I was playing Fortnite and stuff, but if Nintendo did change the aesthetic of Zelda, I think they would change it to something that they would own, like Paper Zelda, similar to like Paper Mario, and then they had like Yarn Yoshi and Yarn Kirby. So like if they were to make a kid-friendly, playful Zelda side game, I think they would go with something of their own aesthetic. And then Mario would be the testing ground for if Mario or Lego Mario is successful, then we can think about doing something else with Mario. So that's just my idea. Kind of like how they only had the idea to do Hyrule Warriors, but because it was so successful, they not only released it on the 3DS and added DLC to it, but they also did Fire Emblem Warriors based off of the success. So I think they would do the same, where they would have Mario be the testing ground because Mario always sells well, and then they would go to Zelda. But it would probably be the first amazingly good multiplayer Zelda game. Bun Drawings in the chat says multiplayer Zelda in quotes. So that's what I would think, because Lego always has really good multiplayer. So I think it would be the first time people would play a multiplayer Zelda game, and 90% of them would be like, this was fun. Like, when you play Triforce Heroes, it's like, it's fun if you're playing with someone else that you know. And
especially with Lego games, like, you don't take them too seriously because it's a Lego game.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in a Lego game.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys, if it happened, please don't think it's gonna be canon. That would be hilarious. Could you imagine a canon event happening in a Lego Zelda game?
No. Drive us nuts.
Boise in the chat says, isn't Hyrule Warriors the first multiplayer Zelda game? It is not.
Well, there's 4 Swords, though.
Yeah, it's like 4 Swords, 4 Swords Adventures, Triforce Heroes, Wind Waker? No.
Kinda.
No,
Wind Waker kinda if you use the Tingle
Tuner.
Yeah.
That's how I annoyed my brother, because I couldn't play.
Tuner.
Yeah. What was the one that had Tetris treasure trackers on it? As the minigame?
Maybe it was FSA.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if it was.
Yeah. That was the first Zelda game that they actually gave voice acting to as well. Because you would type in your name, and Zelda or Tetra, same person, would say your name. So they had an actual voice actor, but it was only like Japanese names, so it doesn't count for us. But it was really, really cool, I thought. But before we get off of this, I would like to say one thing, and then you guys can take us away. So, with the Lego Zelda, it does make sense in the sense. It makes sense in the sense. That doesn't sound right. It makes sense because there was the interview with Aonuma and Miyamoto where they were asked about the next 2D Zelda game. They confirmed that they were working on a new 2D Zelda game, but the only thing they really said is that they wanted to evolve what people thought of when they think of 2D Zelda, which I felt they had already done, because 2D Zelda games now are really 3D Zelda games from a top-down angle. Because A Link Between Worlds, Triforce Heroes, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks aren't 2D sprites. They are full 3D character models, and especially in A Link Between Worlds, where they have cutscenes where the camera pans down, moves around, you can see they're fully 3D characters like Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild. It's just the camera angle's fixed, pointing down, so it looks 2D-ish, but it isn't necessarily 2D. So in that sense, it's already an evolved version of 2D. But going to you guys, what do you think the chances of this happening, not now, but like within the next 5 years would be? And what game do you think it would be based off of, or would it be its own story? Because I imagine, because this would be a way for them to market and sell toys, because of all of the Lego sets, I think they would do an adaptation of Ocarina of Time, where it would be loosely based off of it. That way they could sell an adult Link set and a child Link set.
I imagine if they did this, and I don't foresee it happening, I would play it if it did. But I imagine it would just be kind of like Hyrule Warriors, where it's just a bunch of favorites from all across Zelda. So you could have your Breath of the Wild Link, and you can have your Twilight Princess Zelda, and I imagine it would just be a collectathon. Not a collectathon as in the gaming genre, but like,
we'll get to the collectathon,
you know, just have some of the favorites, because it's like Kayla said, like, you don't take Lego too seriously. It's meant to just kind of be like, you know, if you had a set of Legos that are the Avengers and you're 10 years old, what are you going to do with them? You're not going to pull from canon games or whatever. You're going to just do random stuff, and that's basically what Lego games are. So I imagine it would just be like all the favorites from across the series.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Kind of just in the same way as Hyrule Warriors, where you've got just like some famous areas and landmarks that are memorable. So you've got like the Bridge of Eldin from Twilight Princess and Death Mountain from Ocarina of Time, and all these different little scenes, Skyloft, and just this eclectic mishmash of just all these different elements, and yeah, really, as far as marketability goes, that's how you win them, because you got all these bits from everywhere coming together.
Nice. All right, what about you, Kayla, before we move on?
I'm very much on the same page. Like, I feel like it would be a very big mixture of everything, because that is the way that you get the most out of everything for everyone. If you just did Ocarina of Time, I feel like it would be a very, very short game.
Yeah.
All right. Whose turn is it to take the next one?
Ilya!
Okay. Yes, that one was very long. I might separate the Lego Zelda thing and upload it as its own video.
We do talk mostly about Zelda, so it makes sense for us to go into depth about it.
That's fair.
What's our next game, Ilya?
Luigi's Mansion Pop.
Oh. What is that?
Take that for what you will.
Who knows?
Instead of vacuuming the ghosts, you pop them like
you pop them.
Hey everyone, it's me again, Ilya Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like. And comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.